Well, good morning, followers and friends. Happy Monday morning at 8 o'clock Central Time. Welcome to Have a Seat with Kristin. My name is Kristin Kaufman, for those of y'all whom I've not met. And I'm now in the business of helping people create the lives they want without giving up the creature comforts that they want. And this morning, we are going to focus on morning rituals because last week I was actually working with a client and I was trying to get all of us to kind of be in water, so to speak. That's the metaphor I use with this coronavirus and COVID-19 and so many things that are happening that are out of our control. And we just have to be in water and let it just swish over us because we simply can't fight the current. We have to just be in it and hopefully nestle back into ourselves so that when this does lift, we will be ready to take on whatever it is that we had put on pause for this period of time. So we're going to talk about morning rituals, and the topic I want to really focus on today is the concept of meditation, because I've been meditating now for since college, so a lot of years, and it's taken on various forms over the years. It used to be a very biblical, very prayerful experience. That was probably for the first 25 years of my meditative practice, where I would find a Bible verse or I would find some devotional that I really wanted to focus on. I would read it, and then I would go into a very strong prayerful state around what it was that I had read. I would say in the last 10 years, I became certified in Transcendental Meditation, TM, and that's a little bit more of a rigorous meditative practice where you practice for 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon, and you do that, or evening, I should say, and you do that obviously in a repetitive nature. And I've actually gone back to what I'm going to call centering prayer, which I learned in the 80s when I was attending Highland Park Methodist Church on a very regular basis. And Jerry Overton, actually a husband or ex-husband and a very dear friend of mine, had a class called Centering Prayer. And I was very intrigued by that. I'd never heard of centering prayer before. And I became a student of it for several months. And basically, centering prayer is the concept that was developed probably by Thomas Merton, if you go back into the origin of this practice. But I actually became a student of Thomas Keating, who was a Trappist monk. He is now deceased. He passed away at age 94 in 2018. But he was the one who really became well known for teaching this concept of centering prayer. And basically the concept is this: you choose a word that is something that you resonate with. My word has always been one. I don't know where it came from. I prayed about it one night, and one was the word that came to me. And I think it means one with the universe, one with our divine creator, trying to really be in alignment. Ironically, I did not have a company called Alignment when I chose that word, but become one with your creator. And the practice is that you sit very still, or in my case, I literally just lay in bed and I just kind of prop up a little bit because I don't want to disturb Lulu. I'm trying to kind of do everything right now so I don't disturb my puppy because she's so old and so frail. And I will sit and I will close my eyes and I recite the word one in my mind over and over and over again. And I let my breath become in unison with the repetition of that word. And the 4 R's, as Thomas Keating would say, are: 1, resist thoughts. So if a thought comes in, like the grocery list or my to-do list for this week, just resist it. Just keep your eyes and heart and mind, that's your third eye, your eyes, your thought, and your mind focused on that word one. Retain no thoughts. So if the thought does come in and it just keeps knocking on the door and wanting to come in, just don't retain it. Just let it just sift through, siphon through. This sounds easier sometimes than it is, but I will tell you, once you get into the practice, it becomes your respite. It becomes your place of peace. It becomes your place that you look forward to every single day. It's like brushing your teeth. I simply cannot start my day without my morning ritual, of which this is one part, and I'm going to talk about a couple of others here in a moment. React to no thoughts. So let's say that a thought comes in and you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I've got to do X, Y, Z. Don't react to it. Just breathe through it and keep focusing on that word that you've chosen, that sacred word that you've chosen. And then just continue to return to that word. And ironically, that word one, I thought perhaps I might evolve out of that word over time, but that has become my word for now since 1986 or 87. That's become the word that I've used, and it becomes a very, it's like a warm blanket every morning that I put on when I go into this centering prayer. And by the way, centering prayer does not have to be, 20, 30, 40, even an hour long. It can be literally 10 minutes. So don't be concerned if you think you don't have time to meditate or you don't have the attention span to meditate. Literally, a centering prayer approach can be a 10-minute approach, and it's simply to get you aligned to the word that you've chosen, to get you in sync with your divine creator, and I think to start your day out with a beautiful peacefulness about it. So that's the first thing. And then so that's what I really wanted to focus on today. We have a couple of other morning rituals that I do, and then I have 3 rituals that I do at night, and we may talk about those at another time. But the second ritual that I do every morning is I do pray. So I go right from a centering prayer meditative to prayer, where I really am praying to do what is the will for my life. How can I be of great service to people? How can I treat other people the way they would want to be treated? How can I contribute in a way that is most authentic to me, so that my voice and my heart creates whatever ripple it is that I'm wanting to create in this world to make it a better place. And then I end my morning ritual with affirmations. And the affirmations can be anything from, I am a soulful creature that is wanting to create beautiful things on this planet. Or it can be, I am a beautiful woman and I'm a powerful woman, or whatever your affirmation is. It matters not. It's what you need to hear to internalize how you want to contribute in the best way for you to contribute. So that is a unique decision and a unique affirmation that you choose based upon where you are. And those affirmations absolutely unequivocally will change. But they are a way to cement where you are, a way to start your day out with a positive B12. And I have always believed that what we think and what we say is absolutely what we ultimately will create. So if we think negativity, if we speak negativity, then we will probably attract negativity. So let's, try to shift that perspective into positivity, into love, into charity. And I think that is ultimately what we will create in our world, and it will certainly be the ripple that we will create, and certainly what we will attract. So that is my morning ritual. I am not one that exercises every morning. I actually used to love to do yoga at noon. So the other 3 rituals that I have, and I kind of have gotten a little bit out of sync, to be perfectly honest, here in this COVID-19, because I'm not going outside of my home, but I do exercise. I have a link that a very dear friend of mine, Francie Runemark, sent to me on how to walk. It's a 45-minute walking ritual that I love, and thank you, Francie, for that. It's been awesome. I journal every day. I journal every single day, and that journal can be anything from a word that comes to me to people that I'm thankful for. In fact, this morning I journaled 2 dreams that I had last night, and I'm going to be researching what those dreams may mean here in a little bit, because I have a book of dreams that will help me kind of understand what those dreams were about. And then I do some sort of self-development every day, and that self-development can be watching a YouTube video. It can be reading someone's blog. It can be reading a self-help book. It can be reading in my Bible, or in whatever devotional scripture I may have next to me. I have a stack of books next to my chaise in my bedroom that I dive into every day. So, and it's just whatever is drawn to me. So that was my purpose for today, is the ritual in the morning. And I also shared with you some rituals in the afternoon. Again, my name is Kristin Kaufman. You have just joined us for Have a Seat with Kristin, which is every Monday morning at 8 o'clock. And I try to share one practice or one observation or a few tips around our journey toward alignment. And that is my purpose. That is clearly my job in my company, Alignment Inc. And I'm all about helping people create the lives they want without giving up the creature comforts that they want. And if this has been of help to you, I'm going to put the link to my YouTube channel below, and also my blog. If you'd like to receive my blog, I send them out probably once every couple of weeks. Sometimes it's a month. I don't do them every week because I'm doing this now every week, but you can certainly subscribe to my blog. And I have, I think, probably close to 1,000 blogs that I've written over the last 14 or 15 years that are universal. They're not timely necessarily. They have universal truths in them that you could go back and read. So again, I thank you so much for joining me. Again, my name is Kristin Kaufman. Make it a wonderful Monday. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you much good fortune in your practice of meditation or centering prayer. And again, Thomas Keating was the centering prayer artist, if you will, or practitioner that I followed, and you can read more about him on YouTube. Okay, thank you so much. Make it a great day.